This isn't just for WWE. Take some notes, the world of wrestling. AEW's Double or Nothing is how you do a pay-per-view event. Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name's EJ Marino and join me for my first real conversation about wrestling on my channel. Yes, I have been saving everything for AEW's Double or Nothing and let's dive into it right now. First things first, the biggest talking point of the evening will be the debut of Jon Moxley, the former Dean Ambrose in WWE. Jon Moxley is in AEW. He premiered at the end of the massive Kenny Omega Chris Jericho match and attacked everyone in the ring. He didn't just attack Chris Jericho. He didn't just attack the ref. He went and targeted Kenny Omega. So we have maybe the first Jon Moxley feud, and we have the next Kenny Omega feud. Now, let's jump right back to the beginning of the show. We talked about that wild ending, but let's talk about some of the matches before that. We opened up with the 21-man Casino Battle Royale, which I thought was a fairly strong Battle Royale. I don't think it was perfect by any means. Battle Royales are really never my thing. They can be a little bit sloppy, a little bit messy, a little bit wild, and this was all of that. But this had some good moments. I really like seeing Sonny Kiss, who is a great LGBT talent that AEW has. We had MJF being his amazing heel douchebag self. I think MJF is one of the best characters in wrestling right now. So good to see. Jungle Boy had a good thing. Luchasaurus, who was he was in Lucha Underground. He was also in NXT for like 0.5 seconds. He had a good showing. We had Shawn Spears, the former Ty Dillinger from WWE. He was in this match as well. Didn't really make a big impression, but this was truly about Hangman Adam Page surprising everyone. We kind of knew he was showing up and coming and winning the 21 Casino Battle Royale. I hated that name, but I don't have to say it again, so yay. Yeah, he won it. He last eliminated MJF, which allows him to face now Chris Jericho and or Kenny Omega, who we'll learn is Chris Jericho. He will face him for the AEW World Heavyweight Championship. That is so awesome. Hangman was always going to be the rightful person to maybe win the title for the first time. He was probably going to win it against Pac. That match was canceled. Oh, well, that Pac cancellation, it really didn't affect the show. I had a good time. So after that Hangman Battle Royale, which was a great winner for that, I really enjoyed it. We went to another pre-show match, Kip Sabian, Sammy Guevara. It was okay. Nothing too crazy, nothing too bad. It was a middle-of-the-road match. Had a good time. I really liked seeing Kip Sabian. My first time seeing him. I know Sammy Guevara from the American wrestling scene. He's okay. I enjoy him. This was a good time for me to see Kip for the first time, and I really enjoyed him. Good, solid work. He looks like all the kind of like pretty English boys that we have in wrestling right now, like the Will Ospreay, the Jordan Devlin. We have a lot of them. He fits the look. I think he's cool. No problem with him. And then we started the actual show. So that was all the pre-show, solid pre-show work. A pre-show that I enjoyed. Haven't seen that in wrestling in a while. So let's talk about the first match on the card, which was SoCal Uncensored's match. It was Christopher Daniels, Frankie Kazarian, and Scorpio Sky versus the Strong Hearts, which is Chima, T-Hawk, and El Lindaman. I'm not too familiar with the Chinese team of Chima, T-Hawk, and El Lindaman. Really solid match. I think it's one of the weaker ones on the card, but in a card like this, to be weak is not bad at all. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was good. I think SCU was probably the sloppiest of the AEW originals, the ones that we know of. I think they were kind of the weakest of the night, but still, the weakest of the night is still a strong match. So, SCU surprisingly won this match. I actually expected the Strong Hearts to win. I thought, trying to debut these Chinese talent would be the move, but SCU won. Okay, nothing too bad to say about this match. Again, I'm going to put it at the bottom of my list of the evening. Still, that's not an insult. Still a great match. Now, oh boy, is this something I have been wanting to talk about. Sorry, I'm going through my notes. Britt Baker, Nyla Rose, Kylie Ray. We're supposed to have a triple threat match. Fine, I love some women's wrestling. It's kind of my thing. The biggest surprise of the evening for me, the Jon Moxley thing at the end, we all kind of assumed it was going to be him or CM Punk or something like that. Awesome, Kong. Brandy Rhodes comes out in this nice little outfit. I'm like, oh, Brandy's gonna get into the match. Surprise, bitch. Awesome Kong, my favorite female wrestler. I have liked Awesome Kong since I first saw her in maybe like 2006, 2007 in TNA. I loved her since then. I have followed her career, watched her on Glow. I adore this woman. So to see her show up in a card like this, a complete shock, a massive surprise, and my number one mark out moment. I liked a lot of this show, but Awesome Kong was a pleasant surprise. She looked great, she wrestled great, but this was Britt Baker's match. She's going to be the star of the AEW women's division, and it was obvious here. She's really great. I really enjoy Nyla Rose as well. She's the first trans woman signed to a mainstream wrestling promotion. That is a massive step for inclusion for the LGBT community. I really loved seeing that. So Nyla Rose did good. She's not just here for the diversity play or the gimmick of it. She's a hell of a wrestler. Really enjoyed seeing Nyla. Kylie Ray, never seen her before. Really enjoyed her. But to me, Britt Baker, Awesome Kong, that's what this match was about. Next up, we have the tag match with the best friends Chuck Taylor and Trent Barreto versus Angelico and Jack Evans. I know Angelico and Jack Evans from Lucha Underground, two talented wrestlers. I really enjoyed them, but for me, this was all about the best friends. I enjoyed them immensely. Trent Barreto's work in New Japan was great. Chuck Taylor's work in every company he's been in, I've enjoyed. I loved him in PWG, loved him in Ring of Honor. I love the best friends. I thought they did great. I thought this match was one of my favorite tag matches. There's one a little bit better we'll talk about, but I thought this was a solid match with some solid action and really showcased everyone. Jack Evans took a beating, and the best friends looked amazing. That's what they should. They're going to be AEW's exclusives. I can see them on a weekly show. This is a tag team I would build my division around, is the best friends. So really enjoyed seeing them, really enjoyed this match. And then we have a 6-woman tag match. A lot of tag matches here. Maybe next show do a couple more individual matches. A lot of tag stuff here, but not to complain because this match had Aja Kong. So many Japanese women in this match. This was a Joshi kind of showcase. Joshi is Japanese female wrestling. I love it. I watch a lot of Stardom. I enjoyed a lot. So this match had Hiroki, Shida, Ryo. There's a lot of Japanese names I'm not going to butcher and then have people yell at me in the comments. But just know Queen Aja Kong was in this match. She is like a 30-year veteran. She's an iconic women's wrestler. She's an iconic wrestler. I mean, mid-90s WWE run with, just some amazing matches. Her and her matches with Bull Nakano, which Jim Ross mentioned tonight. Amazing Japanese work there. This was one of my favorite matches of the evening. I'm kind of used to Japanese female wrestling, so it was like kind of not shocking to me. I really enjoyed it. I really had a good time with that one. So this was the point. I had seen Aja Kong. I had seen Awesome Kong. I've seen the best friends. There was so much happening. What could follow this with a nearly perfect, hell, I'll even maybe give it a 5 stars for its impact match with Cody Rhodes and Dustin Rhodes. This was wrestling. This was the mixture of wrestling storytelling, wrestling, like in-ring work, to drama, to everything was in this match. I am not the biggest Cody Rhodes fan. Like, I have nothing against him, but in ring work, I'm not always like, yay, I love a Cody match. This, though, this was all of the drama, all the storytelling that I don't always see from him. I got it here. I really enjoyed it. I thought this match got a little bloody, a little too early. I was kind of like, oh, I would have saved maybe this big dramatic blood finale for the ending, but building up that Dustin is 50, he was Goldust for so long in WWE, and now he's here. Could he last it with all this blood, all this energy he's losing? Could he handle that? That was a good story going on. I just thought it was kind of like, he got really bloody really early, and it kind of like, I don't know, this match was great, I liked it, but it just kind of dragged on in that, like, the blood storytelling, is he weak, he's an old man, blah, blah, blah. I was just like, I know, he's still gonna go, girl, he wrestled, like, maybe a year ago at the, like, calm down with all of that, but I still thought this was a strong match, wonderful storytelling, this end finale with Dustin and Cody embracing, and Cody saying, look, I want to team with you. I don't need a teammate, I don't need a friend, I need my brother. And that was such a good, the end of the match to me was better than the match itself because of the art, because of the storytelling. I really love this match so much. I think honestly one of the most perfect, well thought out, well booked matches of the evening. Clocking in at about 25 minutes and maybe about 4 or 5 minutes too long, the Young Bucks faced the Lucha Brothers, which the Young Bucks are Matt and Nick Jackson, the Lucha Brothers are Penta and Phoenix. An amazing tag match. This was for the AAA World Tag Team titles, which are like the big titles and the big tag titles in Mexico. I really enjoyed this match. Like I said, I thought the middle section, I was just kind of like, oh, we're seeing a lot of big spots. Man, I was kind of like, you do get desensitized, especially after a strong card. After the fifth insane, like, oh my god, Phoenix can do that spot. You're like, oh my god, Phoenix can do that. Cool. I, again, did not hate this match. I don't think I hated any match on this card, but this was one of the matches that I was like, fine, great. I've seen the Young Bucks wrestle a million times. I've seen the Lucha Bros wrestle a lot. Never really seen these two together. Again, still not bad, but this was nothing. I'm not a newcomer to these teams. I wasn't going to be like, oh, this is a showcase of moves I have never seen. No, it was cool. It was a great tag match. This was one of the strongest of the evening. Even, like I said some of these negatives and still believe this was one of the strongest of the evenings. What a great match. Again, this card is so impressive. Wanted to take a moment so you guys can kind of see my little shirt right here. It's the Elite Rhapsody, a little Queen homage. Love that so much. Speaking of the Elite, the one we don't get to see on the shirt too often, had the main event of the show. Chris Jericho, Kenny Omega 2, Alpha Omega 2. And this match was a Chris Jericho Kenny Omega match. Their first match had a very distinct style to it. Even though this match wasn't a no DQ like their first one, still had the little bit of a brawl element to it. This was an okay match. I'm not in love with these two together. Something just doesn't wow me. But I really enjoy Jericho and I really enjoy Kenny Omega. They're fantastic wrestlers. They work well together, but for me, it just doesn't give me a magical spark. I'm not always hooked on a match. But still, that being said, this was two great wrestlers going in. Kenny Omega's nose was busted early. That was sick. Jericho with some great moves. Kenny Omega's V-triggers look great. Kind of sad I didn't get to see a one-wing angel, but that means Kenny Omega would have had someone kick out of it because Jericho's always going to win. Jericho should have won this match. Before this, we had all of the AEW executive vice presidents win matches. I didn't want the naysayers to be like, look at them booking themselves to win everything, blah, blah, blah. I didn't want to hear that. I'm really glad Chris Jericho won this. He does have a match with Okada in New Japan coming up, so this was also a way of strongly booking him and making him not look like a loser when he has to deal with Okada coming up. Great ending. Not great ending. The ending of this match was the wonkiest, but great booking. The ending of this match, the new Judas elbow thing. No, Jericho. No, it doesn't build the drama. The Codebreaker has drama. The Walls of Jericho have its drama. That elbow, it wasn't for me. It was kind of a sudden ending, and I was like, oh, that was okay. I don't want to like knock a match that has Chris Jericho and Kenny Omega, but again, I wasn't like, this is everything. Yes, I mean, I still marked out at Awesome Kong more than I marked out at this match. Again, still a strong match. I don't, I'm gonna have some AEW people be like, you bashed this match, and I'm gonna have WWE people be like, of course this wasn't perfect. So I'm gonna be firmly in the middle. I enjoy this match. I think the post-match with Jon Moxley, the former Dean Ambrose coming out, was strong. We all knew this shocking moment was going to happen. It was kind of one of the more expected moments of the evening, but it was still a great moment to see. He comes out, attacks everyone, and the way he went in on Kenny Omega really proves he's going to come for Omega, and we get to see Moxley Omega, hopefully in some like brutal deathmatch kind of style. I'm not a big deathmatch fan, but I would watch those two go insane with each other. The possibility of Moxley really shows this company is on a great path. For the regular viewers of my channel, I'm so sorry for this like wrestling detour, but I love wrestling. I've been wanting to talk about it for so long, but I haven't watched WWE in like 2 years, so AEW was the thing I had to talk about. This is a big moment in the world of wrestling and in the world of pop culture, so thank you so much for joining me. For any of my new viewers for this, make sure you subscribe because I will be talking about AEW more and more. I'm going to try to go to Fyter Fest. I live in Florida. I have to go to that. I'm going to be talking about this so much more coming up. This is going to be a big deal. I cannot wait. Thank you so much for tuning into my video. What are your feelings on Double or Nothing? Did you like AEW's debut show? Let me know all your feelings down in the comments below. Make sure you subscribe to my channel because I make videos like this every single week, especially wrestling ones. I'll be talking about this soon a lot more. And give me a thumbs up if you did enjoy this video because YouTube takes us very, very seriously. Thank you so much for tuning into my Double or Nothing review. I cannot wait to talk about more wrestling with you below.